The WEF-penetrated nation of Canada is being used as ground zero to launch a devastating chemical attack on the United States to poison the population, reduce our lifespans, and depopulate the Earth. Fake Canadian wildfires have been orchestrated by the globalist elite to poison our air, water, and soil, according to a World Economic Forum insider who warns that the elite are just getting started with rolling out their nefarious plans across the world. Remember when Klaus Schwab boasted that he had completely penetrated the Canadian government? He wasn't joking. The Trudeau regime is nothing more than a puppet government at this stage, doing the bidding of the Davos elite, and prepared to perpetrate crimes against humanity to further their globalist agenda. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. The link is in the description box below this video. Having brought their COVID series to an end, the globalist elite are moving on to their next phase. So what's next? The answer is mayhem. Total and utter mayhem. On June the 2nd, there were over 100 forest fires in Quebec, Canada, with 10 of them officially out of control. Trudeau didn't waste any time blaming climate change. But there was just one problem. These fires didn't behave like normal forest fires. Rather than spreading organically, these fires all erupted at exactly the same time. And we've got proof. The massive outbreak of fires was captured by a veteran geologic watchdog on YouTube.
Here's last night. Here's today. All of southeast Quebec just caught on fire, guys. All of it. Insane. Insane. Look at that. The whole thing. All at once.
The forest fires that started unnaturally continue to behave unlike any other fires in history. For starters, they aren't producing smoke, but they are producing a strong chemical odor that has left tens of millions of people with severe headaches and nausea.
Angry Beekeeper here. You guys know you're breathing poison right now, right? I walked out of my house this morning and I smelled burning plastic. So I got on the Google right away and I looked, where is this plastic fire? Well, there was no gigantic plastic fire. What we are smelling is the smoke from northern Ontario and northern Quebec, the forest fires. Now, what is happening? That wood smoke is going up into the atmosphere and it's mixing with water. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun is causing chemical processes to turn it into formaldehyde and benzene. Yes, I said formaldehyde. We all know what they use that for. And benzene causes cancer at 4 parts per billion. I typically like to make TikToks and spread love and joy and prance around and talk about bees and all things good, but I'm sorry guys, this TikTok is not about that. The best we can do is stay in our homes with the windows shut, run your air conditioners. That's all I got, guys.
Fake Canadian wildfires have been deployed by the globalist elite using formaldehyde and benzene to slowly poison us. After this quick break, we will reveal exactly how they are trying to poison the air we breathe and the water we drink. But first, an important word from our sponsor. The globalist elite have admitted that they want to bankrupt us, and now they're making their move. The government have been given permission to print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. The Biden regime claims that this has saved America's economy, but all they did is ensure the US dollar gets devalued even further. With the BRICS nations working together to create a new global reserve currency, the threats to the US dollar are just getting stronger. The only ones who aren't afraid are those who invested in gold with Noble Gold Investments. Gold is the one asset that has proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold Investments is here to help if you want to invest in gold. Click the link below this video to secure your wealth now and get a 24-karat quarter of an ounce gold standard coin for free. NobleGoldInvestments.com is the only gold company I trust. The globalist war on our health went into overdrive with the COVID pandemic, and now the elites have reached their next phase of their long-heralded plan. The People's Voice has already exposed Bill Gates' plan to force humanity to stop eating meat and start eating his fake lab-grown beef, which just so happens to cause turbo cancers in humans. Not content with replacing meat with synthetic carcinogenic gloop, Gates is also making moves to poison the fruit and vegetable supply, pumping millions of dollars into a plan to coat all fruit and vegetables with an invisible product that can't be removed no matter how hard you scrub it. And guess what? This product is carcinogenic as well. Notice a pattern emerging here? The Canadian wildfires are part of this plot against humanity, literally blanketing major cities with formaldehyde and benzene. Tens of millions of people in the US are breathing in this toxic air as smoke from the Canadian wildfires drifts south, turning the sky a murky brown in some of the country's biggest cities. It's not just New York City and Cincinnati. The formaldehyde levels in Michigan and many other US cities are off the charts.
This is what they claim is from wildfires, which is horseshit. The amount of formaldehyde in the air in Michigan, it's on a serious level, like we're talking like dangerous here. And it's just going up. I mean, this can cause huge issues.
According to the corrupt mainstream media, there's no evidence the pollution contains formaldehyde. But you've just seen evidence provided by a concerned local man doing his own investigation. At this stage, they are literally telling us not to believe what we can see with our own eyes. Who are you going to believe? The mainstream media, ensconced in their ivory towers, or the man on the ground who has to breathe in this stuff? The mainstream media gatekeepers are also telling us that we're not allowed to ask why the air is more toxic in US cities than it is in Canada, where the so-called forest fires are actually burning. Why is the air quality worse in cities like Chicago, Pittsburgh, Detroit, and DC than it is in Canada? The situation makes absolutely no sense, unless it's part of an artfully created plot against humanity, in which case it makes perfect sense. The globalist elite are poisoning us, reducing lifespans, depopulating the world, and giving themselves an excuse to enact draconian climate change policies, including lockdowns and punitive taxes. This is the excuse the New World Order needs to continue locking us down. According to Biden's climate czar John Kerry, the global elite are going to get more militant.
We have to fight on multiple fronts simultaneously. This is the biggest organizational effort that I think we have faced, certainly since World War II, but perhaps ever. We got to push more. We got to be more militant, maybe.
Klaus Schwab has been threatening to unleash catastrophic natural disasters for years now. He told us to prepare to live in an angrier world. In the other fully penetrated WEF nation, Emmanuel Macron's France, we are seeing the results of the WEF vision for humanity. France has been brought to its knees by widespread riots and violence, with thousands of buildings destroyed, and brainwashed liberals begging the authorities not to arrest anybody who isn't white, because that would be racist. France has fallen, and Klaus Schwab's puppet Emmanuel Macron couldn't be happier with his work, celebrating with Elton John while Paris burned.
French President Emmanuel Macron has been criticised for his response to civil unrest after he was filmed at an Elton John concert during the second night of protests across France.
The World Economic Forum has been boasting about their plans to depopulate the world for years now. Isn't it time we took them at their word? Here at the People's Voice, we are determined to continue exposing the crimes of the elites, but we need your help. Subscribe to the channel, spread this video far and wide, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our awesome community and support the channel. I hope to see you there.